Reec right here, and I'm sitting with the man who tells jokes but is not kidding, W.Kamau Bell. What's up, brother?
Not much, man. Thanks for having me.
Man, of course, it's definitely our pleasure. You had the show debut last night.
Yes, sir.
We're going to jump into that in a second because it was much watched TV, especially after this weekend in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So we definitely going to talk about that.
You guys are keeping it real here.
Right. For those who may not be familiar with you,
which is most people.
He's funny. You're on CNN. People know you.
Yeah.
But the host of Kamau right now as well. Yeah. If they were to tune in on this show, what would they see?
I mean, somebody called it an investigative comedy. Like, I'm a stand-up comedian, so I try to be funny, but I'm also trying to ask questions and learn some stuff. I think of it as like Sesame Street for grown-ups.
There it is. And we all know how to get there now because you're on CNN.
Yeah. It's a big megaphone.
It is. This is a weekly show, United Shades of America.
Yes, sir.
If I turn to this show, like we saw the preview, you were meeting with the Grand Imperial Wizard of the KKK.
Yeah, one of them. There's a lot of them. It's like being a dungeon master. Anybody can give themselves that title, apparently.
Really?
Yeah, so it's like me and you could be Grand Wizards. I mean, not me and you, but you know what I'm saying.
About to say.
It's like it's like terror cells. You can just start a coven of clans and give yourself whatever title you want. So
wow, that's crazy. I saw he said he had the little voice thing on so people wouldn't recognize him. Still had the hood on.
Yeah, he had the hood on and had wanted us to modulate his voice, and people said it sounded creepy. I was like, it was actually way creepier in real life without the modulation.
You met him on a dark road.
Mm-hmm.
The lights were shining on both cars. I thought I was watching a bad episode of, of one of those TV shows. I was like, are they about to do an exchange right now?
I felt like I was in like a deleted scene from Goodfellas. Like I was like, I'm gonna get out this car and it's gonna be like, oh no, like Joe Pesci. I thought I was gonna be a made man.
Really?
No, it was really scary. I mean, I tried, the way I was making jokes in there was trying to let myself calm down, but it was scary.
That's crazy. So we couldn't see the rest of the scenery going on. No, obviously behind you had the camera crew.
Yeah.
Did he have like an entourage of trucks with him or cars with him?
I mean, I did nothing that I saw, but again, you didn't know. I couldn't see 10 feet in front of me. It was a dark road. There weren't a lot of lights, and I just had to trust that he was telling the truth and he came by himself. But that was the scary part, not knowing what could happen.
Right.
You know?
What
or that he suddenly snaps. He just like, I can't believe I'm in front of a black guy, and suddenly he rushes me.
Your mind, right?
Absolutely.
That's crazy. Who set up that meeting location?
I don't know if that was him or the producers who wanted to make good TV. I'm not sure. It wasn't my idea.
I got you. So what can we expect on the show on a weekly basis, United States of America?
Well, yeah, I want to make it clear. Every week is not the Klan. I think so we've promoted that first episode so hard. I feel like I'm an honorary Grand Dragon. I've said I've promoted the Klan so much. But next week is San Quentin. And I spent a lot of time talking to black dudes in San Quentin, which is a completely different type of episode. It's still funny, but it's also trying to humanize. I mean, they are humans, but people don't think of people in prison as being humans. And so I was trying to humanize the guys in San Quentin and hanging out, talking about the prison industrial complex, but they also made fun of me because I didn't know how to play pinochle. So, it's the full black experience.
But the whole thing about it, the main thing is you learned.
Yes, I did. I did learn. I'm not good at it, but I did learn.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're just tuning in right now with W.Kamau Bell, we're talking about the show United Shades of America. We're talking about what do you see like is right now with so much stuff, the spotlights on politics because of the election coming up.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk a little about Bernie and Hillary, man. What do you think about these two Democratic candidates?
I mean, I live in Berkeley, California, so I'm squarely in Bernie Sanders country.
I got you.
I certainly, as a black person who has a little bit of a memory of the Clintons in office, I can't necessarily come out and ride hard for Hillary.
Right.
I remember too much. I remember the truth. But I also don't want to necessarily rep for Bernie because I don't want to have all those conversations. I don't want to be defending Bernie every time he says something about black people that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
So Killer Mike's got it. I think he's doing a great job. When it comes down to it, I'll probably vote for Bernie, but I don't want to be riding or dying for Bernie like Spike and Rosario Dawson.
I got you. I definitely understand that. Also, how do you feel about? Well, not how do you feel. What do you think about this Trump situation?
Well, the funny thing is the Trump situation.
Right, that's what I like to call it, the Trump situation.
I said I got a comedy special coming out on Showtime in about April 29th, this Friday. And what I said in there is like, Trump is like the nagging cough that turned into full-blown AIDS.
I think about it better myself.
For years, he was just sort of around and on the scene, and we all thought he was kind of annoying, and he was just sort of whatever. But we should have got him checked. And by the way, no offense to AIDS. I want to be clear about that.
No, we definitely understand that. It was definitely that comparison. That's fine. We're definitely watching this show coming Sunday.
Yeah.
But I have to stay politically neutral being as old a job I have. You don't.
No, I don't
obviously.
at all. I don't at all. I mean, it's funny, when we filmed the episode about the Klan, nobody was really talking about the Klan. And then cut to a few months ago, Trump is on CNN, and Jake Tapper asked him to disavow the Klan, and Trump was like, I don't know. I'd have to look into it. I've never heard of this Ku Klux Klan. And so suddenly you have a major presidential candidate who's afraid of alienating the Klan, but not afraid of alienating Muslims and Latinos and black people, letting black people get beat up at his rallies. But the Klan, I don't know. I don't want to, because that's his core. He knows that's his core voters.
He does. He has to know that.
Yeah.
So as we keep it moving along, this weekend in Atlanta, for those who may not be familiar with what's going on, there was a huge Klan rally in Stone Mountain. There were a lot of opposition to this. Luckily, nothing ended in like crazy bloodshed. But at the same time, we got to see people speaking their voices at both times. Do you think this is good for a southern state to have a Klan rally in such a progressive city like Atlanta?
It's good for the state to have that Klan rally and to have so many people shout it down.
Right.
Because I travel all over the country, and I have family. I lived in Mobile, Alabama as a kid. My dad's from Mobile, and the South gets a bad rap for being extra racist somehow, when I think at this point it's probably spread out around the country in different ways. And I think that whenever the South can rise up and shout down racism, it redefines for the rest of the country what the South is.
And that's it. I couldn't have said it better myself. Just tuning in, we're with W.Kamau Bell. We're talking his show. We're talking the Ku Klux Klan somehow.
Yeah.
We talk politics.
Who knew?
Let's talk a little bit about people around our demographic, 18 to 35. What are a few main things that we should be in tune with and know about what's going on in politics right now?
I mean, to me, the thing is like, first of all, everybody should register to vote, and everybody should, especially with your local elections, you always have to stay tuned to what's going on. That's where you can make real change. Electoral politics doesn't make any sense. It was founded by slave owners and as a way to sort of make sure they control the power. In that sense, I do agree with Trump. Like, I do think that it's just a complicated shell game to make sure the people have power stay in power. But local elections is where it's at, and local organizing is where it's at. Like, even if Hillary Clinton does become the nominee, she's going to have to meet with Black Lives Matter. She's going to have to meet with a lot of black activists, because it's like they're not going to turn out to vote for her. And staying home from voting for a major presidential candidate is just as good as voting. That's your choice. So I think if you're trying to figure out what to do, I think you have to, hooking up with local activists, and even if you can't go to all the meetings, just following them on Twitter and retweeting the stuff and putting the word out there.
There it is. So social media matters when it comes to politics.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, man. Congratulations on the show.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. You got some stand-up coming up?
Yeah, like I said, Friday on Showtime, I will be on my new special, Semi-Prominent Negro. It's Friday at 10 p.m. on Showtime.
You come up with these names.
That's what I am. I'm a semi-prominent Negro. I mean, we'll see what happens with the show. Maybe I'll move into prominent Negro status. And I also got dates. May 20th, I'll be in Chicago. I know this is in Atlanta, but if you're in Chicago, I'll be there. And Kamau Right Now is my regular radio show in the Bay that tapes live in the Bay.
There it is. He has some great blogs on his website, too. Make sure you're checking in with him. W.Kamau Bell, man, appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
There it is. This is
Right now, who you with? Reec. Who you with? Right now, who you with?